want more G's than the L. I 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 want more G's than the L. So rap out till I black out. Rap out till I black out. I want more G's than the L. 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 I want more G's than the L.
welcome to the Baltic eSports League Pro Season 1. We are Cookie and I'm Derek Danger, and we are going to lead you to the end of the regular season for, Season 1 pretty much. It's the 9th week.
The last 2 games of the first season. And from these games we'll see which teams are in the standings, what the standings look like. Even though they are in the final standings, but still we'll have a good understanding. And then we'll be able to say deeper what's going to happen, as we can go into standings right now.
And well, for the standings, why we're saying those are not the final standings, it's because teams are going to play out the games which were forfeited earlier in the season. And some of those games might be streamed, might not.
Might be. Yeah.
That's still a question, but nonetheless, we will inform you about those games as they're going. Just follow us. Pretty much everybody follow. Pretty much
Twitter,
Facebook and YouTube.
Twitter, YouTube, everything.
Yeah, follow us everywhere. And well, for now, we got the standings clear going into the last day of week 9, and from the standings we can see Žalgiris in a pretty confident first place with a record of 13-5. Now that is followed by Iron Wolves and Team Conflict Gaming with 11-7. Then that's Falcon eSports, Imantis 5, and Keep Yourself Alive with 10-8.
Well, Falcon eSports still hasn't played their game, so...
Well, yeah, they will play it now. They're 10-6 right now. So we'll see. Maybe it's going to be
10-8. Yeah, we don't know yet. And then for 7th we have Team Solo Mato with the record of 8-8. Then we have Vegan Unit 4 6-12. Then we have NACL that is 6-10. We'll see if they are going to be 8-10 or 6-12 today. And then Serial Gaming that are 1-17.
And well, this week we already saw a handful of matches. We started the week out with, I would say, a fun game.
It was a really fun game, yeah.
It was a fun game between Iron Wolves versus Serial Gaming. They played out one game due to Serial Gaming not being able to gather up their roster. They will play, replay the series, the match, both games. Now afterwards, we saw a real match between Team Conflict Gaming versus Keep Yourself Alive, which went 1-1, and those were pretty interesting games to watch.
Yeah, those were really close games, because both at the first game, Keep Yourself Alive were able to get a big lead at the early game. And because of the lead, they were able to finish off the game, even though they had a lot of mistakes. And it did seem like Team Conflict Gaming are going to come back. And at the end of the game, I would say they had already the lead and they were able to finish off the game. But that one call at the Dragon fight, they just decided to go in when the Dragon already was dead. And from there, they just lost the fight, and Keep Yourself Alive were able to finish off the game. While in the game 2, I think Team Conflict Gaming didn't fall behind too much in the early game, and just were able to, because they didn't fall off, weren't pressured at all, were able to just cleanly finish off the game. Even Sporters got the pentakill in the end.
And well, on Wednesday we saw a pretty clean 2-0 from Žalgiris versus Vegan Unit 4, and well, Žalgiris solidified their first place in rankings, and that is probably the only team we can say for sure. Like, no matter what happens, no matter who wins in those off-stream matches, the Žalgiris is going to the LAN.
Yeah, they are going in the off-stream matches. They don't have to play anyone because none of the teams affect to them, or they didn't affect to anyone else. So they don't have to play any off-stream games. The only thing that could change is if they're going to be first, as Iron Wolves have to play a lot of games on the off-stream games. So they could potentially take that first place away from them, but we don't know. As we saw against Serial Gaming made them bleed. We're able to take that one game, and if Iron Wolves don't take it too seriously, then Žalgiris eSports could still stay the first place.
And talking about today we're going to see only one match, as Imantis 5 was not able to come today to play, so they forfeited their matches, their games to Team Solomata. But what we are going to see is going to be Falcon eSports versus NACL.
Yeah, and I expect a 2-0 from Falcon eSports, but NACL have been working really great recently. I think they have become really great. Even though they are the, I think, 9th place team right now, they have taken one game against Simantis 5 and were able to win multiple matches against really strong teams. So I don't think this is going to be easy for Falcon Esports, but I still think that they should be able to take both of the games.
And for Falcon Esports, these two games are super crucial to help them to get to the Hypertown Riga Expo, which is going to take place on 26th to 27th of May in Riga. That's Hypertown Riga.
Hypertown Riga.
Hypertown Riga. So get your tickets now if you want to attend it. It's going to be really fun. The link for the ticket should be in the description below. So go check it out. Probably you can check some travel plans if you're not from Latvia as well. Get your plans, get your hotels ready in time, and well, we'll see you there. But going in further to today's matchup, Falcon Esports versus NACL. And Falcon Esports are going to start on the blue side, and they are represented by Acidi on the top lane, Teogen in jungle, Arlight on mid lane, and Deity and Kaspect on bot lane. Now, Kaspect, the new support, at least substitute support for this week. We'll see if he continues playing to the LAN, if they manage to get there. But it's going to be pretty interesting because, well, Falcon Esports are playing with a new player right now, and NACL has been showing up in the last few weeks.
Yeah, and for NACL we have Hohi in the top lane, Jest Arrow jungle, Quatrus mid, Cement and Truefire both are going to be the ones representing NACL on the bot line. And it wasn't Cement, or I think it was Cement. He has been playing really well. So I expect from Falcon Esports, I expect some bans around maybe the jungle to ban out something like Nidalee or something like that. There's Jestro plays a lot of that. And I think a lot of Lithuanians play Nidalee and those aggressive junglers more than the tanky junglers. So I expect a Nidalee ban at least from Falcon Esports. Then maybe they'll focus something on bot lane, but I'm not completely sure about that. It's really hard to say what you want to ban against NACL, as Quatrus sometimes is able to show up, but not all the time. Then Jester sometimes is able to show up, but not every single time. And yeah, I expect those bans. Well, so I expect Nidalee to be certain. Then maybe Oriana, and then something like Camille top lane.
And touching on Cement, last week he had like 2 really solid games on Tristana.
Yeah.
And Tristana is like pretty much the champion. You have to play in 5v5s. It's usually like Tristana and Varus, as I like to say. But on Tristana, he was able to not fall behind in the lane, actually get a small advantage in lane, and then after his team helped him a little bit to get an early advantage and get the first turrets. He just snowballed both games.
Yeah, he was able to. I think in the last week he only died once on Tristana. In the first game, only 1 death, and he was able to get a quadra kill. And I was able to take all the turrets that he needed. And yeah, he was frontlining, wasn't afraid to just damage the turret, and was safe all the time. Used his buster shot, I think it is, really well. And yeah, but for NACL, I think they should ban against Falcon Esports. I think Teogen, they should ban him out, as yeah, something like the Trundle Jax could be the bans that should come out. Because I think that's the Trundle Jax or Olaf Jax. But it's if I would have to ban, I think I'd ban just Teogen out. I think I'd ban all 3 junglers that he plays or has played in the season. And yeah, not allow him to be on the scary potential, so he wouldn't be able to skirmish Jestero, and the Jestero would have a more free time and wouldn't be so oppressed by Teogen. And then the lane should be pretty safe, so that Jestero could just come in, help them out, relieve some pressure, and I think they should just try and go for the late game.
Well, that is pretty much for the predictions. What should happen in the game? Well, and the cookie analysis right here. But it's Friday, and it's the last Friday of BSL. And you know what it means. It means that it is Axe Day. And well, if you haven't been here in the last weeks, since we started the Axe giveaways, Cookie will run you through it.
So, in the bag, we have 1 shower gel, but not only 1, we have 2 shower gels. One is carbon, and clean. So you'll always be clean in your solo queue games, and this one is mint free, so you'll be fresh all day. You'll feel really fresh with these two products. These shower gels are really good. Don't just need to wash your hair and shoulders as other products, but you can wash your whole body, and you'll smell fresh all day. Then we had three deodorants that is Dark Temptation. Usually you want to use this with the brown clothes. Works with them the best synergy there is, and yeah, it's 48 hour dry protection, so you won't have any wet marks around your on your armpit. And then we have black, just black. Usually I think you can use this with anything you want to. And then we have, I think, BSL's favorite one, gold. Anti-marks, really good. I think if you win, you should at least choose this one. And there are we did some quick math, and there are like 120 different choices you can make. So yeah, if you want to participate in the giveaway, you just have to answer the question.
And the question for this week is, which is your League of Legends golden team comp or golden lineup? Which are the champions? When you see your team or the enemy team have those champions, you know the game is over. And maybe your predictions will line up with drafts from the games for Falcon eSports versus NACL. So
could be. So that would be some extra points.
Write your team comps. Write your I don't know, maybe players from BSL. Which player? What would be your super team from BSL?
Which BSL team would be your? But you can only choose one player from each team, so that there wouldn't be just like 5 Iron Bulls players. And yeah, just answer that question with #X, and you'll be able to choose 3 of these 5 products. So yeah, that's all you need to know about that one.
And well, it seems like that the players are ready just in time.
Ooh, this doesn't happen usually. As all the players are here, and the champion select is started.
And well, as previously mentioned, Falcon eSports are on the blue side. So let's see what they're prioritizing on. Well, in the picks and bans now, they got the first pick. They can try to pick up first pick like Kaiser or Caitlyn if they wish to do so. I don't know if Dady plays Kaiser. He's played it.
I think he does, yeah.
He's played it. He probably can play Kaiser. Everyone can play Kaiser. It's not the hardest thing ever, but there's a difference between playing Kaiser and winning with Kaiser.
Yeah, there's a huge difference there.
And it seems like both teams does not really respect Kaiser, at least yet, as we see Nidalee banned. Camille banned. Camille could go flex in the jungle as well. Jax and Vladimir banned. So target bans a little bit here and there.
And I predicted there to be, Orianna to be the last ban for Falcon eSports against NACL. Is that going to be true?
Is that going to be true?
No.
Oh, that is Ari, and well, that is interesting. We haven't seen Ari. Ari was changed. She is pretty strong, but I don't know how she works on competitive. And it seems like that, well, Falcon eSports does not know how she works in competitive, and they don't want to turn this into a solo queue game when a random assassin mid laner can just finish the game off single-handedly.
And the Sion is the last ban, so 3 target bans, I would say, as Ashley has played a lot of Sion. Arlight likes Vladimir, and usually when it's open, he wants to pick it up. And yeah, Jax.
But what about Swain? Swain is open, but Kaiser is first pick for Dady. Well, maybe Teogen plays Kaiser as well?
Could be, yeah.
Maybe Arlight goes like full AP Kaiser, but after the previous week's success, Cement just locks in Tristana. If they lock in Alistar, then it's already a pretty solid bot lane.
Yeah, and what's pretty good against Tristana Alistar? What's really good against them?
Well, Tristana and Alistar, they don't really win lanes unless you mess up yourself. And well, getting all the power picks, Falcon eSports are just destroying NACL just in draft alone. They got Kaiser, they got Swain and Morgana to negate the Alistar's engage.
But do you think that they have destroyed? Because I think Tristana Alistar is also pretty good.
But that Kaiser and Swain are just S tier right now, and if you do not play them, or well, the only way how I would like accept this is if they have practice against Kaiser and Swain extensively.
But I like the pickup for Talia as LCK. Usually, when the enemy team would pick up Swain, they take Talia. So that in the mid, if Swain goes mid, then Talia can easily just. Usually, you want to make the plays where Swain is not there. Try to snowball the game before Swain gets his late game items, and he becomes this powerhouse. So Talia does just that, pushes in the wave, and then roams around with her ultimate and tries to help her team so that they would be ahead.
But Swain is one of those weird champions that has a pretty huge engage range. And since Arlight was a big-time Vladimir player, Swain is not a lot different as Vladimir in terms of being a champion or what you want to do in the game. Those are like the same champions pretty much. Only Swain has CC, which is great.
Yeah, and Ornn is banned out as well as Gangplank, so 2 target bans on top lane. And it's interesting to see, I guess they want the Swain to go top now, or they just don't think that Swain could go top here?
Well, let's see, maybe they want to carry matchup on top lane, but Cho'Gath is still open. And they wish to pick it up. Camille is banned, so if NACL picks up Cho'Gath, there's not a lot to pick into it, but at the same time, Astery used to play Illaoi, so who knows?
Yeah, he used to play Illaoi. And then I think he has played some Qued as well recently, so we could see that come out. As yeah, Talia picked up, and for NACL they needed a jungle and top lane pickup, and I don't know what they could go in the jungle because I wouldn't like Kha'Zix. Graves, I actually like Graves a lot here. That's a good pickup for them because I don't think they're going to have a lot of kill pressure in lane, and Graves doesn't even need to. He just wants to farm up, and so I like the pickup there. As Draven Hover coming in, but most likely won't be picked up as Kai'Sa is already picked there. But still, Kai'Sa could go jungle and we have Draven ADC.
Well, what do you think? Are we going to see something like Warwick or Trundle from Teogen?
I think we'll see Trundle, I think.
Trundle doesn't really do anything versus their team comp. They're like all range champions so far with quite a lot of mobility. So, well, we'll have to see. Maybe Teogen has practiced something else as well.
Well, I expect it to be Trundle, but it's going to be Skarner, actually, I guess. Yeah, it's Skarner.
And Skarner could go well into this team comp. It will force a lot of members to buy Quicksilver Sash, thus making, if NACL gets a gold lead, they'll have to invest into that item, which will kind of like negate the gold lead, at least at some extent.
And from this champs, like I predicted, but I'm not like sure completely that Karma is going to be mid, Morgana is going to be support, and Swain is going to be top.
And well, is that going to be Darius? Darius is locked in for Hahohi, and versus Swain, it's a pretty, I would say that's a knife fight on top lane. And in general, Falcon eSports does not have a lot of range in their champions.
Yeah, they have they have this like late game composition, more of like mid game, late game, where they won't look for kills in the laning phase most likely, and they will just start looking for picks in the mid game as they have Morgana that has her binding that is pretty good for picks, and as well the Karma Skarner combo that just speed up Skarner and he just goes in to pull somebody in, while NACL, they want to get that level 6, and when they do, they'll most likely start roaming around and try to pick off Falcon eSports.
And well, while the players are loading in, we'll take a short break, after which we'll see the first game between Falcon eSports versus NACL. Welcome back to the BSL, and we're in the first game between Falcon eSports versus NACL. So we didn't go through this. What do you think? What are the predictions? Is that going to be 2-0 for one or the other team, or is it going to be a 1-1?
I think it's going to be a 2-0 or a 1-1. But I don't think that NACL can win both of the games, but I think that they could take one game.
Well, I'm rooting for NACL to get 2-0 here. My boy Cement on Tristan is going to show something similar from the last week. They have the recipe for success. Now, the only thing I'm concerned when it comes to them is the Darius pickup. It's not a bad pick, especially versus the Swain, but what could go wrong is that Darius is super gankable.
Yeah, he doesn't have too much mobility, but he could also, just like Renekton, he could turn it around and kill both.
It's even scarier than Renekton.
Yeah.
And especially since it's... If Teogen would be on Graves, I would say that it would be even easier to kill 2v1 the Hahohi, but since Teogen is on Skarner, he'll have to get in range, and that's when the trouble starts usually. And what we can see, both bot lane, well, both junglers starting on the bot side, so probably both are looking to impact the top lane as soon as possible.
Yeah, it does seem so, and yeah, Jester just wants to cover Darius so that he could just farm it out. I don't think he wants to gank too much there. Just let Darius be on his island and try to 1v1 the lane, but not let Teogen go there and help him out. Well, Teogen wants to help out Swain so that he gets the items earlier and he becomes a real powerhouse.
And, well, let's see Darius with the Conqueror. If he can get in range, which is going to be pretty hard versus the Phase Rash Swain, then he could deal some significant damage, especially if he gets to stack up his passive.
Yes, all in on Cospec.
And yeah, Cospec, Ignite down, but, well, now he'll just heal up from potions. He'll have some free time. Maybe we'll heal up from his Qs and Ws as well. Since if on Morgana, if you hit your spells on enemy champions, large monsters or minions, well, the cannons, then you heal up a little bit.
Yeah, now, Milan, we have seen this matchup. I think the matchup was this against Simmons 5, where Arlet was on Talia and Faison was on Karma, and that game I think went to Iman's 5. So Arlet, I guess, has some knowledge about this matchup now. He knows what Talia can do in this one. So yeah, it's going to be hard for Talia to push out.
And Teogen will get spotted by the River Brush. Now, yeah, and that pretty much relieves all the pressure from top lane because Teogen has nothing to do there.
Yeah, but he was able to go with the full clear. While Jeshro only now is going to be picking up his Scuttlers and maybe Krugs.
And for like the whole week, the only thing we see is Infernal Drakes, and that's super exciting. Trophy jumps onto Deity. Now the explosive shot is not going to reset the jump. Now they have to disengage. Trophy getting pretty low.
Yeah, and a trade going, I would say, to Falcon eSports, but still, Alistar doesn't mind, I guess, getting too low. He has a lot of potions and he still has the Relic Shield to heal up after that. But still, that does take away a lot of pressure.
And Cospec doesn't have too much mana. He can only use one spell. And well, on top lane, Acidy in trouble, has to flash away. Will Hakohi flash forwards, and first blood goes to Hakohi. And ooh, now Chafia jumps in, but a great Black Shield coming in from Cospec.
Yeah, that does negate the engage, but yeah, good gank from Jester. Was able to pick up Acidy. Both of the top laners now do not have flash, but Acidy will not also have TP now.
But I don't know how Acidy got ganked there. Like, the vision plant was popped on his ward, and Jester went in to kill the ward, and then ganked. So it's a pretty, well, I would say overconfident play from Acidy, which surely backfired here.
Yeah, and that is going to hurt him a bit. I don't think it's going to be too bad if he can just play safe now. But if he doesn't, then Hahohi could start snowballing that matchup and be really big on the Darius.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be big on the Darius. Already has the Phage, which is super annoying to play against. Since you get movement speed from last hitting, and then you can just bait out the enemy for using mana because the enemy can never know when you're going to engage. And well, Acid getting hooked. Now he's going to take a little bit of damage, but the axe is a mess.
And Teogen hasn't ganked once, is just full clearing every single time, has level 5 now, 1 level above Jestero for now. And we usually see this play from Teogen, he just full clears his own jungle. So if you know that he does that, you could counter him.
Well, why do that if he has no pressure on the map? Of course, he's going to be pretty farmed up, but at the same time, his team, especially on top lane, Acid is not having a fun time there.
Yeah, but that is good.
And well, Talib coming down on bot. They're jumping on Cospect, and Cement is going to secure the kill, but now Cement has to disengage as a third passive proc already came in from Deity.
Yeah, and those are 2 kills for NACL, and this is just what they want to do. They have this mid-game composition. They want to roam around the map, get the kills that they can. As for the later game, I would say it does go favor Falcon eSports with the Morgana Karma combo, just giving Deity everything, every shield, everything, and then he'll be able to just do anything he wants to. So they have to get a lead now, try to shut down Deity as much as possible so that Cement could have a lead. And
Jestero started the Dragon. He is pretty low, but Trofeo will come in to help him out. Teogen spots it out, but will not go in for the steal.
Yeah, he isn't going to try that, and it's just going to keep farming, just keep farming, and yeah.
Now let's see if this style is like counterable. If I want to see if NACL can make enough proactive plays to just make Teogen's farm useless.
Yeah, they could, as right now he will be stronger than Jestero.
And Teogen going on mid lane, flashes in, suppresses down Quattros, and Quattros has no escape there. And just follows both summoners up. He did not flash preactively before Teogen.
Yeah, no. And that is 1 kill that they get back, but that just and this is going to give Teogen time to just pick up, steal away the red buff, as well as some camps from Jestero, as Arlight can easily just come in and help if needed, while Quattros will have to take the long walk back from base.
And well, this is what we want to see now. Teogen with the Predator, with the flash, will not have the flash for a couple more minutes, but the fact that they're taking the red buff forces Hahohi to play back, because they don't, Hahohi does not know where Falcon eSports are right now.
Yeah, and now Falcon eSports are waiting for Deity to get his first items. When he does, then they'll start try to make some more proactive plays, try to catch out people even more, as they need just some gold on Deity so that he can start doing damage. And of course, Arlight needs his items as well to help out Deity.
And bot lane so far on CS even, which is, well, I actually don't know which AD carry has the weaker bot, the laning phase here, since both Kaiser and Tristana are pretty terrible in the early game, but together with Morgana, they should be able to outpush Tristana here and maybe get some damage on the turret, maybe set up some dives, but it seems like that Deity and Cospect are just playing it safe.
Yeah, they don't want Jestero to get ganks on bot lane, as Teogen hasn't been ganking himself too much. And they just want to play it safe. They know that Tali is there, she can ult in, and just make their lives miserable. So they want to play it safe, just farm.
And Cospect getting engaged on. He does have the flash, will have to use it. Now Deity is trying to turn this around, dealing a little bit of damage. 1 more hit, and Cement is going to flash in for the kill, but has to pay with his life.
Yeah, that's a 1-1 trade. I don't know which it's favored.
And on top lane, 2v2 as well. Hahohi falling pretty low, does not get the heal down. Acid gets a kill, Jestero kills Teogen, and now Jestero has to be careful. The snare misses, but he has to disengage this.
And he will do just that, as another good roam from Quattros comes in to help out his team. While Falcon eSports don't have this mid-game pressure that they need to, so NACL just need to pressure now as much as they can, as they have the upper hand now. But if they can't get enough of a lead, then it's going to be harder for them in the late game.
And Cement, quite, I would say, heavily misplaying that situation. He had a good idea of flashing in forwards, getting the kill onto Caustic, but he did not heal before Kaiser's 5th passive proc. Did not, and thus did not have the time to jump away after the kill.
And a good idea. Wasn't able to play to so the way that he needed to. Now he is going to have slight of a disadvantage in CS, but he does still have 2 kills and of course the BS sword, so he will do enough damage now.
And for Falcon eSports, Telgen is on bot lane. He's trying to look for something since, well, he farms so fast that he has nothing left on the map, at least on his side. So let's see if he goes in for an invade.
And it does seem like he will. He's going to take the wolves away, and most likely all the bot side jungle. And I think the Jester should be the one that would make these plays with Graves. Invade and
well, Cement in trouble. Deity ultimates in, now Cement heals. Will Deity get the kill here? And well, Deity falling super low, but gets the first kill on Cement. Now 4 people on bot lane. Telgen and Arla joining into the party. Trofia is tanky, but not tanky enough. He will fall to Telgen, and that should be the first third blood on bot lane.
And a big roam from Arla there was able to come down to help out, and that is going to give them a lead. Now Quatches is pushing in mid, and Jester is taking the Rift Herald for now. So he will be able to pick that up and most likely use the top lane to trade at least 1/3 for 1.
And well, Hohoki, even though he got the first blood on top, he has, well, it's pretty hard to snowball versus Swain, since Swain does have the range advantage and pretty much the mobility and CC to just stop Hohoki if he wants to engage. Now Jester are coming in. Will flash the snare, or will he? Now he's falling pretty low as he enables his ult, and yeah, the box shot misses from Graves, or rather the collateral damage.
Yeah, now 4 members of the
And well, Hohoki falling low, has to flash away. He'll come through for Cement, or rather Quatros.
Yeah, so
5 people on bot for NACL. Are they going to get anything here? It seems like they will not.
doesn't seem like Acidy cares that there are 4 people
And
there.
Cement jumping in onto Acidy. Cement is trying to finish him up. One more hit's going to do it, and he gets a kill. Cement surviving with a sliver of health, and they get the kill on Arlight as well.
So 2 kills for Nana, good trade for NACL. We're able to survive that engagement, and yeah, good for them now. Telgen is going to start picking up the Drake, and this is a really close game. For now at least, as Falcon eSports are 2k ahead, but that is just because they have that turret. Once NACL pick up a turret, then they should be even ahead.
Well, they are quite behind in terms of CS. 20 CS on mid lane, around 20 in the jungle. You can't really tell in the jungle since the CS counts are inflated. But now Quatros might die in the mid lane again. And he gets stunned, has flash, but does not flash away, does not want to waste it. Now Hohoki is trying to turn this around. Can he kill Telgen? He does have the ultimate. Now he's going to get ulted, and he kills Telgen, dunks him.
The dunk master Hohoki comes in. Kospek comes to help Arlight. Will they be able to find anything? Does not seem so. And a swap comes out as Acidy is going top lane, and Deity is going to be top lane. And Deity now is getting dived. Will he survive? Does not seem so. And yeah, and he is going to die sooner or later. He should die now. Yeah, as the ultimate comes out from Cement, finishes off the kill. And Kospek is now won't be able to defend the turret, as there are going to be 3 members from NACL on top side.
And well, Hohoki going in for the axe plays here. Already 2-1-2 on the Darius, has the Black Lever finished. He will get tankier. He'll have, I don't know if he's going to fall off in this game due to the Conqueror. That's a really great addition in this game.
Yeah, that has helped out a lot of the bruiser top laners like Fiora, Darius, Renekton, as before they didn't really have a rune, a mastery to pick up for themselves. And now with this Conqueror rune, that helps them a lot.
The Bruisers used to just pick the least worst option.
Yeah.
And well, will Acidy get caught out here? He does not have vision of Hohoki. Hohoki with double buffs. Acidy without a teleport. Now will try to run away. Quattro's already dead to assist him. Now the hook comes in and Hohoki will get the kill. Already 3 kills. And ooh, they will try to push down the bot lane right now as Graves summons the Herald, so a play on 2 lanes at the same time. But a mid lane, I don't know if they're going to get anything. A bit of damage. Talking about damage, Teogen goes in down to J-Star that uses ultimate, but a little bit too, well, it got cancelled by the Trophy, and Trophy dies for that.
Yeah, the mid lane turret did not fall, but a lot of damage did come onto it, as now Hohi and Quattrus are going to finish off the bot lane turret, while 4 members of Falcon eSports are mid lane.
And well, Cement has to be careful. They might jump in on this. Arlight with the poke. Now Cement is just trying to do what he can, but it's a little bit too early in the game for Tristana to just instantly clear the waves.
Yeah, now 3 kills on Daddy. Has been able to get the farm and the kills that he needs to. Has a lot of support from his team, and if they can get this a bit later, then it's going to be all on Daddy for him to carry this game.
And well, Daddy going in for the carry plays. And well, Quattrus flashes away. Daddy not getting the kill there. One more hit would have killed Quattrus, but that would mean that he would probably die as well, as the Black Shield was timing out.
Yeah, now him together with Cosmic are going to defend mid lane, as the 1-3-1 is coming out, but does seem like Arlight is going to be joining them and helping them out, as Jester is fighting for vision in the jungle. And they shouldn't have 2 problems, but that's only 1 hit on the mid lane turret for it to fall. So, should happen sooner or later.
And well, the next Drake is going to be another Infernal, so I don't know, I really like NACL's team comp. They got something like a pick comp plus a reset comp together with Darius and Tristana. And if they can burst a priority target down, Acidy going in with the teleport, has the flash now. Talia's wall will block almost all the team away. Only Telgen in, takes some damage from turret, and now has to be careful, but NACL's not there to capitalize on the mistake.
Yeah, that was a big engage from Falcon eSports. We're not able to catch out anyone as quick reactions from NACL were able to save their teammates. And but some damage goes on to Jester as he catches a bind. Hohi got out, but should not be falling there.
And well, Hohoki flashed away. Telgen comes in again, still has the ultimate, or does he? He does not, but he stuns. Yeah, Telgen stuns Hohoki. Hohoki falls. Jester is next one online. Is trying to kite away Acidy and takes the blast plant for the exit.
Yeah, he's able to escape, and he still has 0 deaths. As Acidy now looking to mid lane maybe to catch out 2 for Cement. And Falcon eSports are going to try and pick up the turret here, as all 5 members are here and all are healthy enough and shouldn't have too much problem picking it up. Or no, they are not going to go for it, are just backing off.
Now, for NACL, they just have to have that one good team fight where they can pick up 1 member and afterwards just reset onto everyone. Because if you get a kill with Darius, and well, Acidy getting engaged on kill, gets stunned. Cement comes in, Acidy flashed away, but a little bit too late, as Acidy falls in the mid lane turret as well. And Drake is coming up in 15 seconds. Acidy is dead for 30 more. Will not have the teleport, so that should be a free second Inferno. Now let's see if Falcon eSports can do anything about this.
And Telgen is looking to go for the steal.
He has no flash as well.
But he does have Predator.
And the Righteous Glory, so will we see a fast Scorpion coming in, and Cosplay getting caught out, drops from Cement. Cement jumps on Telgen. Telgen is a little bit too tanky, eats the Seismic Shot, but still more than half HP. And that is a second Inferno Drake for NACL.
Yeah, they have been able to pick that up for themselves as well. Now Arlight looking to clear out the bot lane wave, are not going to give it to Deity. So he is going to be able to pick themselves up the mid lane. He'll pick the mid lane wave for himself.
And Arlight still only with one item with the Seraph's Embrace is looking to finish off that, I would say like Athene's of an Holy Grail right now.
Yeah, should be. But he does.
Either that or Ardent Sensor.
He has Ardent Sensor.
Oh yeah, so he bought Ardent Sensor right now.
Yeah, but they have 2 Ardent Sensors now on the team.
Well, that's good. Two is greater than 1. As I was taught now, Cement 6-1 on this Tristana. He'll have to pretty much outplay Deity in this one, because Deity will have a lot of damage. I don't know about this Deity's build though, that he went for the Runans into Hurricane and going in for the press the attack. Now Cospec again caught out. Now Tegan is looking for something, but J-Staro flashes away. And now they want to turn this, but Quattros is trying to dissuade them by poking them down.
Yeah, and they have been able to disengage, but now are looking to engage. Now they are not going to find anything, as Cement having another great game, 6-2-1 on the Tristana. Has been able to do a lot this game. And yeah, the mid lane wave is going to be pushed in. Falcon eSports have enough wave clear, I would say, to keep it alive. They shouldn't be able to do anything, but if NACL can get a pick, then they should
and
be fine.
Trufi in trouble, has to use his ultimate. Will he run away? Has to flash away. Telgen comes in with Righteous Glory. Now Deity jumps in. Trophy is going to be the first one to fall. J-Staro with no flash. Now Buster Shot comes in. And Deity flashes in, gets the shutdown onto Cement. Those are 2 kills for Falcon eSports.
Yeah, now they are looking for Haho. He does not have flash yet. Are not going to continue the chase.
But will they risk it and go for the Baron right now? It seems like that they will, and well, both solo laners for NACL were on bot lane, so it should be free. But well, Falcon eSports thinks twice, and they do not want to risk it.
Yeah, but Togen is going to find Jester in the jungle, as well as Haho is found. So nothing there, as they are going to go for the top lane turret, tier 1, get something off of that team fight, as they are only 500 gold ahead for now, or 300 now. And they are not going to be able to finish off the turret. So Falcon eSports won the fight, but were not able to do anything with that, so not too bad for NACL.
And now Telgen has the flash, so in the next engage he should be able to get at least one target to focus down for his team. No member from NACL has built QSS yet.
Yeah.
So it should be relatively easy catching them off.
Yeah, and I disagree with their choice that they haven't built it, as before, Jager's eSports were their second item was QSS when they played against Connor. So
I don't know about second, that might be a little bit early, but at least for Cement, he has tons of gold. He has more gold than he should have at this point of the game. Then maybe going for that second Zeal item was not the greatest of options, but if he can position well, then the QSS might not even be needed.
yeah, and they haven't had too much problems with Telgen's engage for now, at least. The ultimates haven't worked out in Falcon eSports' favor. They have been able to negate the engages, so maybe not. They know they know how to stop Telgen from getting those.
And now they're going for Cement, but they are spotted. Predator is turned down now. Skarner will just walk around, look for some picks, maybe get some vision down, as NACL are trying to re-establish their vision control.
And the Baron now is the biggest objective that both the teams would want to secure. So we are playing the vision game now to see which team is going to be able to ward out in the jungle better.
And now Hohohi not so dominant in lane anymore, bot lane. Versus Acidy. He'll have a better time after he gets Spirit Visage, and now Acidy goes in with the ultimate. Hohohi got his Conqueror down, but well, will he get it? He'll comes through the Sterak shield, and will flash for flash, and the passive kills Hohohi with the solo kill.
He was able to pick up, and now Deity in trouble as three members are going in for him.
uses the ultimate, and will he kite this out? A couple more hits onto Quattros will be enough, but yeah, but J-Stero finishes off without his ultimate, and now NACL are turning for Baron.
Yeah, the Baron is tied. Falcon eSports, I think, won't be able to stop them, should not.
Quattros is super low. The Mantra Q misses, and
Tailgain does not get the steal.
And J-Stero gets the Baron, they get Tailgain as well. Cement wants some reset kills, but well, the poke damage from Arlight and Caspic there are a little bit too much to chase him down.
Yeah, 14-10. NACL are ready to win these games here. Do have those 2 Infernal Drakes under their belt, are looking to push down mid. They shouldn't be able to finish off the game here. Well, if they get the kill, they could do it.
And well, the snares from Swain seem so annoying. Getting everyone slowed, getting everyone snared, pulled back. So NACL really has to be careful since they do not have the QSSs. They might get chain CC'd and just cleaned up if they are not careful now.
Yeah, but Falcon eSports, because of their composition, all of their damage does rely on Deity. And if they can get that target, then they should be able to win the team fights. As yeah, it doesn't seem like Falcon eSports will be able to deal enough damage in the team fights, at least for now.
And Cement with the Infinity Edge double Zeal items and the QSS. On top of that, he has 2 Infernal Drakes to back him up.
And they are going to go for the third Drake that is going to be Cloud Drake. So we will be able to rotate around the map more, and that's what they actually need, as they want to get the picks before they do fight a 5v5 fight.
And one Cloud Drake actually could really sway the matchup between Darius and Swain, since that is the only thing that keeps Hohoki from constantly killing Acidy, is the range advantage. As what happens there? Cement jumps in instantly, flashes away. He took a little bit more than he could chew.
Yeah, he didn't calculate. He saw that he could go in, went with the first instinct, then understood that sometimes you don't have to follow your instincts. Had to flash out not to die. And yeah, if Cement would have died there, that would have been big.
And now Deity hitting the W now. They do not know where NACL's members are, or do they? They probably do, but they do not want to. They do not want to completely throw the game right now, as they will just try to farm out this Baron and maybe look for openings later on.
Yeah, and Jester is going to go with top lane, and Tailgain is going to
Tailgain with the Predator goes in, stuns down Hohoki. Hohoki will probably die. Sterix comes in. He is still alive. He has no flash, but Acidy gets the last hit on him. Now, J-Stero is the next one online. Tailgain has no flash, and J-Stero will run away. Meanwhile, the bot lane tier 2 was taken by Cement and crew.
Yeah, but we're able to pick up that turret. They do still have Baron buff, but most likely won't be able to pick up anything for now, as it will run out soon. And Kospek could be in trouble, but does not seem like Jester is going to go for that. But he could catch out Arlight here, and he does.
And Arlight, will you flash away? You do have the flash, and now the binding hits. Now Deity probably wants to go in, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he does not.
They do not have the vision in their own jungle, so he cannot know if the whole team's there. If no one's there, Deity's playing it safe. Which I don't completely agree on, because sometimes you gotta make the plays to go for the comeback. But if Deity dies there, then it's probably game over. So, props to him for the fast decision making.
Doesn't want to throw the game. Sometimes the conversations could get heated if you throw the game for the team.
But also, it's not guaranteed that you're going to throw. It's only like one in two, well, I would say 4 in 5 chances. So if that 1 out of 5 comes in, you're the hero.
Yeah, and if you do win the game for your team, then it's pretty big, as everybody is going to think that you're a god and praise you in the communication.
And well, Cement looking stronger and stronger, as well. An insignificant 1k lead over Deity. I would say that it does not really matter at this stage of game. It doesn't hurt though.
And Arlight is going to get the blue buff, good get Tailgain, giving it to him. Most likely he doesn't need it for himself now. As if he would have taken it, then yeah, she wouldn't do anything good. Better on our way, so he can give those shields to Deity, help him out.
And what we can see that Trufi and Jester are going in the jungle to fight for division, but they are usually going in alone. So if Falcon eSports can manage to capture this trend that NACL is having, they might have a way to come back into this. Because at this point, even if NACL just farms till the next Baron, if they do not engage or anything, they're still winning.
And yeah, so Arlight now is going to be answering the split push from Hahoki. And yeah, is going to be too good. Sven is going to be the one answering to Hahoki. Has been had some troubles.
And now they're going for Hahoki with the Predator, but the team is a little bit too far behind. Deity would have followed, and that's the most important thing. Now Baron's coming up in 120, Drake in 135. So let's see, the next Drake is Ocean Drake. Now if Falcon eSports managed to get it, it's pretty great. 2 Oceans in the late game. In the late game sieging situations, Ocean Drakes are super good. But yeah, we'll have to see. So far, I would still place my bets onto NACL.
You still think NACL could win? Well, right now they are in the driver's seat. They are 4k gold ahead, so... But I still think that Falcon eSports are going to clinch this one out. As Baron is coming up, and that is going to be the team fight that decides the game, the next team fight.
And well, complete vision control for NACL there. The closest ward is in the bush near the river, and Cement's going to clean it up. So no vision for Falcon eSports. No place for Acidi to teleport other than minions, but there are no minions there, so they have to be careful not to just give away another free Baron.
And that will be pretty bad for them, as if now Hahoki is pushing bot lane with the banner cannon minion, and Acidi is having a lot of trouble.
And Righteous Glory comes in for Hahoki. He wants to trade some damage, waits for the Conqueror, but he does not get the Conqueror fast enough. Now Acidi is trying to turn on him as Arlight is there. Can Hahoki 2v1 this? Does not connect the heal, and he is going to fall. Arlight almost falling as well. Can he survive this? He has the shields. And now Falcon eSports taking the Baron. And Tailgun gets the steal and flashes away. So the wall comes in from Talia. Deity jumps over the other side, and now they have to run away. Cement is killing Tailgun, and now Falcon eSports, do they want to disengage or do they want to fight? It might get ugly for them, as if they lose all the Barons, it shouldn't be too, well,
yeah,
it should be terrible.
They shouldn't go in as they got the objective that they needed. They should just back off. Cement goes on the Cosplay, and with 2 auto attacks takes half health away. So he is really strong right now. Deity is looking to get something. Arlight is coming in from behind.
And well, Flash Root comes in from Acidi, and they get Quattros. Are trying to snowball this into Mo, but Cement just rocket jumps away. Now Cement with full build already, well, not full build, is still looking for that last Whisper. Does have 2 pink wards. How often do you see this from an AD carry?
Yeah, well, surprisingly in BSL I think we have seen it more than I thought we would. As I didn't think we would see it at all, but I think we saw it on 2 AD carries at least for now. They have picked up 2 pink wards in their inventory.
Well, he's looking to farm up for the 3rd pink ward as well.
Yeah, it does need a little bit of gold.
And well, Conspect, again a little bit out of position here, but the shields from Arlight are getting bigger and bigger, and maybe at one point those shields will be enough to negate most of their damage coming in from Cement.
Yeah, and Acidi going to be the one pushing down bot lane. Does not have TP, so he won't be able to help his team if needed. As Jester now will find him, but he is level 18. Does Jester really want to take this fight? He deals a lot of damage.
And Acidi falling lower and lower, and will heal up. Now Quattros kites away, but he gets snared again, but will survive. Meanwhile, Cement from the side, flanking, getting a kill, and trading one with Deity. So 2 for 1 in favor for NACL.
Yeah, Cospect was just again cut out, and this has been repeating the whole game. Cospect just getting cut out every single time, and that is just not allowing Falcon eSports to get anything. So good for NACL that they are able to catch him out, and Cement getting 2 kills there, able to pick up the Cospect, and Deity was going in, was trying to make the hero play, did fail. He did pick up Cement with him, but still was not able to survive or do any more damage there.
I would say that Cosplay just needs to sit down a little bit and chill for a while. Play from the backside. Just put down the black shields, maybe get some peeling bindings and such. Because it does not seem that he has found his way to play in the BSL.
Yeah, for now hasn't been too successful. As now Telgen picking up the Grom still needs 2 items to finish off his build. Arlight also needs 2 items to finish off his, while Deity just needs 1, and he'll have everything picked up. But yeah, Jestero has had a great game, hasn't died once yet. 207 in this game, and this has been a pretty bloody game, 14 to 17 kills. And I would say now the gold lead doesn't matter too much, as almost everybody is at their full build.
And I want to see what Cement is going to build as his last item. He did buy the Essence Reaver. I really like it. Meanwhile, Astrid in trouble, has no flash, gets completely CC'd, now uses Zanya's, and that is ultimate from Hakoki. Now the wall comes in, Jestero from the side is trying to look around. Everyone's still alive. When will be the first dead one now? Redemption comes in, does not heal Kokoki fast enough. Double kill comes in for Deity, and Cement is on the cleaning crew. He gets the double Arlight, the only man, and well, Deity as well. 2 carries alive for Falcon eSports. Jestero is trying to get away, but he will get spotted by Jestero. Yeah, well, Jestero found Deity and gets the kill. Meanwhile, Cement will push down the mid lane and get the inhibitor for sure.
That should be inhibitor, and they could actually go for the turret as well, for one Nexus turret at least. If Jester would be there, then this would have been a bit cleaner, but he did pick up Deity for his sins. And now...
And well, Arlight getting jumped on, has to flash away, and Cement will flash forward. Ace comes in for Cement.
11 and 4, he knows he has been able to play well on the Tristana.
And now they will get the second inhibitor as well on bot lane.
Yeah, nobody to defend it. Acidi and Teogen are going to be alive now, but they won't be able to defend this as the inhibitor does come down.
And well, Cement gets rooted, will try to turn it around. He does have the Quicksilver Sash for some healings. The QSS effect is on cooldown though. And now they will reset. I hope that Cement is going to sell his boots, get another Zeal item or something. Probably Phantom Dancer. If he decides to do that, maybe Hurricane as well. Hurricane's a great item. Or Last Whisper, he has not opted into that. Maybe getting some, well, Executioner's Calling for the healing reduction, for some armor negation from Teogen. So let's see if he decides to do that, because now he has quite a lot of gold on his hands.
Yeah, no, Cospect again caught out, but who is...
And well, Deity is trying to turn this around, but he... he fumbled the play, and that's double kill for Cement, and it should be the game as well.
Yeah, they should be able to finish off game 1 here. They have the minion wave mid lane, and as this is not with his team, they should be able to. As Cement doing a lot of damage, is he going to be able to pick up Teogen? Does not seem so. As yeah, the wave is not that big for them for now.
But they will have 2 super minions now. Acidi caught out, has to use the Zanyas, dodges some damage, is healing up a little bit. Now Cement is looking for the unofficial Penta, but he'll just blow down the turrets. One Nexus turret is dead, is looking for the second one. Teogen caught out, gets comboed and gets killed.
And that is game
Kakoki
1.
Takes the kill on Teogen. That is game 1 going to NACL.
They were able to in the game, and I did said this, that NACL have to go for that late game if they want to win, and that's what they did. They were able to. They I would say they drafted well against the composition that Falcon eSports had. As Karma was just stuck mid, while Talia was able to do anything she wanted to, and Darius was able to deal a lot against the Swain, didn't have any problems there, while Jeshua was just farming it up. And yeah, Falcon eSports didn't have any pressure early game, and I think mid game they kind of got something, but then they started to get caught out, and after that, they just lost the game.
And it seems like Cement got a super big confidence boost coming in from the last week's games. Now this time he died a bit more, died 4 times, 13, 4, and 5 on the Tristana, having like a really, really good game, playing super aggressive, jumping in all the time.
Flashing in.
Yeah, flashing in as well. Some of those plays did not work out, but he tried to do them every time.
Yeah, learned from his mistakes, was able to steal, was not afraid, did what he had to do, or at least tried to, and most of the times it succeeded, sometimes it didn't, but that wasn't too bad as well.
So I have a question for you. While after this game with the new support pickup for Falcon eSports, what do you think? Was Infrex the problem here?
What? No, I don't think that Infrex was the problem.
Well, in this, no, I mean like Infrex was not playing this time.
Yeah.
We had Kospek. He got caught out a little bit too much this game. So what do you think? What do Falcon eSports need to do for the game 2 to adapt to this?
I would say give Teogen more of a skirmishing jungler, but I don't know actually. As they had Skarner, he could have kind of went and tried to skirmish against the Graves, but did not try to. And then, the Karma pickup, they didn't have damage enough to deal with the NACL squad. So maybe pick up something damaging on mid lane, or then if they have Morgana, I think they shouldn't go with the Karma, so that they would have some more damage. Or if not, then maybe go with Alistar or something tanky as the support.
And well, we'll see what the teams pick up for game 2 in a short while. We'll take a short break, and afterwards we'll jump right into the Champions League thing
for game number 2.
For game number 2.
I can never forgive Lakita for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
Ellie. I want more G's than the 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 Ellie. So rap out till I black out.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the second Champions League between NACL versus Falcon eSports. And this time, NACL on the blue side, they'll be in the driver's seat from minute one in Champ Select already, getting the first pick. And the first ban is Jax, so the same as in the game one.
Yeah, I think that NACL shouldn't change their bans, as yeah, Falcon eSports didn't show anything really too good that should be ban worthy. So I think NACL could even go with the same draft with no problems. Or maybe not Darius if there's not Swain in the game.
Yeah, Darius seemed like a pretty
good counter.
Yeah, counter, but it is also a counter to something like Ornn, like Cyan, and those tanks.
Yeah.
And Cho'Gath as well. And Kai'Sa banned out, so it might showed some problems in game one, as Deity was the sole member trying to carry his team on his back, but at the end it did not work out.
Yeah, he was not able to finish off the game. All the resources were on him, but still it didn't seem like he had enough damage to be able to do anything, as NACL just had to kill him and they would win the team fight, and that's just what they did.
And now let's see, Tristana is banned, so Cement will have to play something else. First time in 4 games. So that is first pick Graves for Gestar, and I don't know if that is, well, perfect, because the Graves wouldn't be picked away from Gestar, or maybe they just don't want to show off their draft yet.
Yeah, it could be that they want to get those counter picks, as yeah, they wouldn't want to pick up Darius first pick, and I don't think that they would also want to pick up the mid lane one. Maybe some ADC, maybe Caitlyn, but I think we haven't seen Cement play Caitlyn yet.
And the same Swain locked in, but it's a flex pick. It could go mid lane. So let's see what's going to happen. And Rengar hover from Tailgain. Now Tailgain used to be a Rengar one trick. Maybe still is, I don't know. But yeah, it's not going to be Rengar yet. Maybe saving that for last, as Xayah is locked in for Deity.
Xayah is locked in. Now NACL do have to think if they want to let that Rakan open. But they can't really steal it away now. Or they can, but then they have to... Well, Rakan isn't that bad, I guess.
I've seen one crazy mid lane Rakan.
Yeah, mid lane Rakan is like the new trend that everybody is going with him mid lane. And it would be fun to see him come out mid lane in this game as well.
And well, Morgana locked in, and possibly that's going to be Jhin for Cement. So pretty... It's not the same Tristana, but you can have a lot of impact with that Misfortune hover. Ash, what's going to be there? Show us what you got.
I don't like the Ash. I think Ash is only good against Caitlyn, as Caitlyn is going to be picked up in the end. But I don't think Ash should be picked up against anything else, as even against Xayah. Xayah does have very ultimate to counter Ash's ultimate, so I don't think that would be a good matchup. But Caitlyn, I think, is a really good. Caitlyn Morgana is a really strong lane, safe lane, and able to bully out really well. Caitlyn can do basically anything. It's really hard to counter Caitlyn on bot lane.
Especially as Xayah with such a long attack range. And if Caitlyn's played well, she can get like 3 autos for every auto that Deity wants to trade back with her. And well, Karma locked in for Arlight as in the first game, so that Swain is going top.
Yeah, Swain, it does seem like it's going to go top. Are we going to see a Darius ban? Or they are just going to leave it open?
Maybe they'll bait out the Darius and pick a carry jungler who could farm off of Darius. That's also an option. So let's see. In the first game, I wouldn't say the Darius, like, he went even versus Swain, which is like an accomplishment as well, but it was not a big problem for Acidy.
Yeah, he didn't have too much problems there. As Ahri again banned out from Falcon eSports, really don't want to see that one come out. And the last ban is still yet to be decided from NACL, as Falcon eSports still need a jungler and a support. But the Karma could also go support, as Tam Kench is banned out.
And well, this time Deity is not hovering Draven, so maybe a possible different mindset for Deity here. Hovering the Kalista.
It would be interesting to see Zaya mid and Kalista ADC as Ornn is picked up, so it is going to be Swain mid and Karma support in the end.
And yeah, flexing everyone around. It could be Ornn in mid lane as well. Or some crazy Swain Ornn bot lane.
Yeah, Swain Ornn bot lane. That would be fun to see. As Cement now is going to have to pick up a top laner or a mid laner. The Talia is banned out for this game, and that is going to be Cassiopeia mid. So, a really good teamfighting composition from NAC already.
And well, since that is Ornn top, you can default to Cho'Gath again. Cho'Gath is good into these tank matchups, can sustain them well, and in the later game even fight back.
Yeah, now the Hover is coming in, still hasn't locked it in, as we don't know what the jungler is going to be.
And that is Shen. So Shen, it seems like they are putting all their cakes in the
Cement basket.
In the cement basket with the Morgana, with the Shen, Cassiopeia to even help zone enemies off as well. And they got a pretty great kite comp in general. Now, the last pick for Falcon Esports is Trundle. That's a standard for Telgen, will be on his comfort pick. So that's a good addition to that, because I don't know if he could have done as much as he wanted in the first game on Skarner. He just farmed it out, got a couple kills with the ultimates, was pretty annoying, but that was due to NACL not buying the QSSs.
Yeah, and I didn't agree with the Skarner pick. Trundle was open that game, so he could have went with that, but still opted into the Skarner. This time, Trundle will be able to help out RCD in the top one against Shen, try and snowball that matchup maybe, and against Graves should be able to kind of win it, but Graves can kite it out.
And well, as the players are loading in, we have to remind you that today is Axe Friday. So what that means is that we're having a giveaway today, and the prices for the giveaway are two different shower gels from Axe. One is Mint Freeze, another is Carbon and Clean. And well, also 3 deodorants, Dark Temptation, Gold, and Black. All of them are anti-transparent. And well, 48-hour protection. Now, if you win the giveaway, you can choose three of these 5 products. And well, they'll be, yeah. So, in order to participate in the giveaway, you have to answer to the question of which is your Golden League of Legends team composition. Is it one from the Falcon Esports side, one from the NACL side? Maybe none of them. Write down which is your golden team composition with the hashtag Axe, and you'll have your entry in the giveaway.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll be right back after a small break.
Welcome back to the BSL. We're in the game between NACL versus Falcon eSports. It's game 2. We want to see if Falcon eSports can come back to this, or will NACL have the 2-0 over them?
Yeah, and if it's going to be a 2-0, it's going to be, I would say, an upset, because NACL are the 9th place team right now. Right?
And well, yeah. NACL are looking for an invade, or are they? Caspic just zones them away on the Karma pick. And well, we'll see. This has to be the redemption game for Caspic here.
Yeah, last game was being caught out a lot. This time, this game is on the Karma. Should be playing a bit more safe. Shouldn't be looking for those catch outs, because what it seemed like is that he was looking to catch out somebody, but in the end he was the one getting caught out. So yeah, now Falcon eSports, I would say, have a composition that we are used to more. The last one was new, as we hadn't seen Acid play Swain yet, and we hadn't seen Togans play Skarner, but this time a more traditional team composition from Falcon eSports.
Now I want to see what Arlight can do on this Swain. If he gets ahead, Swain is extremely oppressive, and it's pretty hard to shut down Swain as well, so I'm looking forward to see what Arlight can do in this game.
Yeah, both the junglers are going to start bot side, so none of the laners are going to get a lead there. And I'm interested how Shen versus Ornn works, as I think it goes into the favor of Ornn.
At the very early game, probably, but Shen heavily outscales Ornn, as he can completely negate the W damage if that is played out correctly. Plus, Shen has some shields as well, quite a lot of them. So I'll have to see. But yeah, Ornn is Ornn for a reason. he can craft items on the spot, so that is pretty annoying to deal with. But he has no mana cost, so it goes both ways. I wouldn't say that either of them are a clear winner, but yeah, none of them should lose out heavily. As Telgen is looking for level 3 gank on top lane, is going around. He has no ward there, is looking to ward it now. Telgen will have to jump on him, and well, uses the taunt. The pill comes in. Jestero over the side, and a big knockup coming in from Acidy, and that's the first blood going to Telgen. And yeah, they did not expect the pillar knockup combo from Acidy and Telgen.
Yeah, I was able to knock up both of them, and Telgen on the Trundle doing enough damage to finish off the kill. And that's the first kill for them. As well, Falcon eSports have been able to push in the wave against Morgana Caitlyn. Something we don't usually see.
Well, with the Karma, you get a bit better level 1 push. The level 1 does not mean everything in this lane. Once Caitlyn gets like level 4 or something, then we'll see the true face of this matchup. As Hakohi finds Telgen in the top lane again.
Yeah, but this time Hoi was able to get out unscarred. Didn't get damage on himself, so good for him. As Jester looking maybe to gank there, is getting some vision there. And now, not going to go top, as top is pretty pushed in against Acidy. Yeah, he's just going to back off.
And yeah, pretty much even on all sides. 4 minutes in. Telgen has the first blood, but well, that helped him actually massively because he does have the Tiamat on the first back. But other than that, the lanes are doing fine on both fronts. So we'll have to see. Maybe Telgen is the one that really needs to do well in order for Falcon eSports to win the games.
Yeah, the secret carry on the team. As the mid lane matchup, Cassiopeia versus Swain. I would say it goes into Cassiopeia's favor at the start of the game. Does the game go?
And AD turning it around on Chofia. He has to flash away. Now Cement still has heal and does not use it. And yeah, kill goes to Cospect.
Yeah, Cement must be pretty... no, but I mean, TrueFire must be pretty tilted that Cement did not help him out there. As yeah, that's a free kill for Falcon eSports. Cospect getting one for himself. Not something that NACL want to happen. But they do have that teamfight composition. If they do lose the early game, it won't be that bad. They don't want to lose it heavily, but if they like are only like 1k behind, it shouldn't be too bad for them.
And after level 6, Hohohi will have the presence on the map with his Stand United. So we'll have to watch out for that. Now already level 5, so it's going to happen pretty soon, but he has no teleport and he's pretty low on lanes, so he should be careful. Otherwise Acidy could just dive him on the turret 1v1.
Yeah, Telgen now looking to gank mid lane. Cassiopeia does have flash still, but is not using it yet. Gets pulled, does use it now, and they are going to back off, but a lot of damage and did manage to go on to her. And yeah, a flash was Cassiopeia is a pretty easy gank, as yeah, she doesn't have too much mobility without it. Still has heal to help out.
Still has phase rush, so maybe she can have some quick feet or quick tail in this case. As Cassiopeia
slithers, a quick slithering around.
Quick slithering around as Cassiopeia cannot get boots. And Telgen with the repeat gank. The petrifying gaze gets dodged by both of the Falcon eSports members, and Arlight gets the kill.
Yeah, and those are 3 kills to none for now. Arlight does not have mana, but is going to be able to push in the wave. So Quatch is going to use
and well, Acidy going in aggressive on Jestero. Jestero has flash, but will not use it.
That's not needed. Not needed.
Yeah, not needed. And good call from Jestero there.
Yeah. Sometimes it is bad to like wait out till the last second, because then you can die, or you can use your flash but then still die, as we've seen it a lot. But this time was able to just wasn't punished for not using his flashes. He didn't need to. Ornn didn't have any more damage there. Didn't have mana.
And Tailgun going on bot lane. Pillar will stop both. Cement will probably survive. Stan United comes in. Jufia will survive. Now they're trying to turn it around. Cement flashes in, gets the kill on Tailgun.
One turnaround kill for them. The heal also came out, but was not enough to help, as the ignite was still on Tailgun. Did negate the heal a bit, and a good turnaround from them. As yeah, Haoi now does not have ultimate, but still his TP is going to be back off cooldown soon, and Ashley shouldn't be able to deal too much damage top lane.
And Cement on the Caitlyn. Spacing out Deity quite well. So yeah, good props, not only on Tristana, but also on Caitlyn, as far as I've seen so far.
Yeah, and Graves wanted to pick up that Cloud Drake, but Arlight was able to stop them, and he did not have too much health to keep going. So good for so a good rotate from them. As another bind went on to Quattros, a bit of damage just going in, not too much. Swain doesn't have too much damage yet, but Ashley pushing in top lane, as he was not in lane because due to the TP top lane.
But now he has a huge wave to pick up under the turret, so it's alright.
Yeah, no. Tailgun tried to invade and pick up steal away the blue buff.
Acid is there as well. Arlight from the side. And they might get the steal here.
And they do give it to Arlight. Jester now in trouble is going to back off as Falk needs to start split up. Now Falk, Arlight is going to be in trouble, but not too much as he's one level above Quattros, but still now he's sandwiched between two people, but he's going to be able to get out safely.
And well, Cement even going for the Berserker Greaves first. Will eat a little bit of damage from Caspect, but will be able to push out the wave, and that's an extra wave that Deity will not be the first one to catch on. And yeah, so Caspect will, not Caspect, Cement will have a back with the BF sword, probably an extra dagger or something, a pink ward, as AD carries want to get that Caspect. Now this is a terrifying thing to see on bot lane. Caspect just eating a binding that on. Now in lane, in this situation it's okay, but he will have to watch out after the lane, since we saw what happened game 1. Now on top lane, Haohi flashes the Furnace and survives.
Yeah, survives that. The ultimate was not able to land onto Haohi, but that should be the turret going for Falcon eSports top lane, as Tailgun is not finished and Haohi is going to be stuck between them. Decided to go back under the turret. I guess he thought that he could 1v2 them there, as I think he could have easily just escaped with his life.
Yeah, and now, well, Haohi will be back in 15 seconds, will have teleport, but the turret should be down by then.
Yeah, the turret is going to fall soon. Jester, meanwhile, solo taking the Drake, but is really low there. The team is going to come in to help him. And Falcon eSports are not going to react to the players yet. Tailgun is topside. But Jester falling so low. But yeah, the smite heals him up. It's not going to be too bad. Cement solo laning for now. Getting that solo experience that every AD carry wants to have. As another bind lands onto Caspect.
Well, Cement in trouble. Will have to... He has no summoners. Now Stan United comes in. Deity flashed away as he already used his ultimate. And yeah, Deity going in super aggressive and respecting the fact that Haohi came in, so he backed off.
Yeah, and that again forces Haohi to go bot lane. He does.
And now Zai with nothing is just going to fall. Jester gets the kill. Now Acidy, or is it Arlight? Arlight with the ultimate teleport on the bot lane. Gets a big snare, completely destroys Cement. Now is too tanky to be killed. Will tank up some more. Will he get an extra snare there? And a 3-man Petrifying Gaze coming in. Caspect still alive, falls from Quattros. Now they're trying to turn this around. Arlight is the next member, the next target, but the skills are missing for Quattros. And Arlight turns around, double kill coming in from Arlight, and that is 4 or 5. That is 5 for
5 for 1. No, 2. As
5
Deity,
for 2, yeah.
Deity also
5
died.
for 2 and an ace for Falcon Esports 11 minutes in.
Yeah, I don't know why NACL decided to split up there, as if Quattros would have just stayed with Jester, they would have been able to pick up Teogen. And I guess they just thought that they could kill both of them. They could kill Arlight and Teogen, but that was their downfall in the end, as SD is going to pick up the mid lane turret.
And after this play on bot lane, Falcon Esports are 7k ahead.
And that is looking really grim for NACL, but still they are have a chance to be back in, get back into the game. The only problem is that Hahohi is really behind right now. Only has 51 CS, but Cement is still pretty good. Has 107 CS, so he has enough gold to be relevant in the game.
And seems like that Hahohi is going for Trinity Force or something. Maybe that is Black Cleaver, but I haven't seen Black Cleaver on Chen, so it should be Trinity Force, which I would not recommend in this situation, as J0 is getting caught out. Teogen gets the kill, fifth kill actually for Teogen this game.
Yeah, now NACL want to pick up that mid lane turret, but are not going to be able to do so. Truefire lands another bind.
Now Ornal comes in from the bot lane. Black Shield will negate that. Now Cement has to flash over the wall. Teogen has not had enough yet, still goes in for the steal of red buff.
And then we have a fight between the supports, Truefire and Costa, both of them just trying to 1v1 each other, as Falcon Esports are just going to come in and steal away Cospec's kill. Cement is going to be able to pick up the red buff for himself, and Ashley is going to be the one defending bot lane, pushing in, as Teogen is also coming there. They could go for the turret.
They get banner of command minions. Man has to be careful as he just used his flash. Now, will he get away from this? The pillar does not connect with Cement, so does not the knockup, but will that be enough? Heal comes through, and they're turning this around. Quattros kills Teogen. Asti is going to be the next one on the line. Asti has no flash or nothing. He's just trying to waste as much time as possible. Dashes away and gets shield from Cospect, so he'll get away.
Yeah, but the Petrifying Grace from Quattros was able to save Cement there. It was like SD was like using the last hit to finish off, but then the Petrifying Gaze stopped it. And yeah, a big play from Quattros there, was able to save his ADC, as he is going to be the one now defending mid lane.
Yeah, well, Quattros showing some promise on the Cassiopeia, turning multiple fights around right now already. And if Caitlyn can get some items, Caitlyn should be more impactful in the latter half of the mid game than Xayah.
Yeah, I would say that Xayah has a better 3-item spike, while Kaden has a better 2-item spike, but still Kaden is really strong with 3 items. A really good hyper carry in the late game as well, deals a lot of damage, and you cannot, and yeah. What I like from NACL is that they still have Cassiopeia that will be able to deal a lot of damage in T5s. They still have Cassiopeia. Graves should also be able to do a lot, and Hahohi will be just a taunt bot that he'll just try to get as tanky as he can, but he'll just ult someone of the carries that are in danger, and then try and taunt as much targets as he can.
And Hahohi going for the banner of command as well, since neither Shen or Acid can really clear those minions that fast. And on bot lane, Arlight will meet Hahohi.
Yeah, Arlight almost solo killed Hahohi once, so he had to use his flash there to escape, while Acid is going to stand against Cement and Jestile. Both of the solo laners are pretty strong right now, as well as Teogen is really strong, while Deity would want a bit more gold. He does need to finish off the Zeal item and then get that Infinity as well.
Now let's see Teogen set the Herald on top lane already. Pretty interesting, since it's a long lane over there. And they might even focus the other lanes right now. Oh, now I understand. They put down a Herald because Infernal Drake's coming up. They really want to secure it. Yeah, because they saw what happens on game 1 when you give up too many Infernal Drakes.
Yeah, Cement was so big in that game, was able to deal so much damage with 4 hits, just killed Cospect. Now Jester is going to look for a steal,
comes in a little bit too early and will pay for that. Now Cement getting almost 1v1 by Acidy. And Teogen gets the kill. Teogen gets the kill with the Rift Herald.
Something we don't see usually. And now Acidy is trying to escape with his life as
The Rift Herald is just pushing down the base.
as well as Acidy just put another banner of command top lane. He is going to go mid lane to his team, and they are going to start pushing in that wave, as well as Teogen and Arley are pushing down bot lane. And basically, yeah, just using all three lanes, pushing all three lanes right now.
And, well, Falcon eSports just accelerating their lead. 12k, almost 12k already. 17 minutes in. It's like half the gold that NACL has in total is 12k.
Yeah, but now Acidy is going to find Jester. Jester wants to clear as much vision as he can. Is going to pursue Acidy, but yeah, is not going to. He just wants to pick a clear all vision in his jungle. Acidy doesn't want to back yet. Doesn't have enough gold for any items. He is going to be the one going bot lane, or no, he is not. He doesn't know where he wants to go for now.
Well, he has a hard time figuring it out, but he did the right choice, as you shouldn't leave minions to die to turrets, and there was no one else to cover the mid lane for that. Now they might look for something near the Baron. Baron's coming up in a minute and 25. Now, Falcon eSports are already trying to get vision down there, or are they? Well, they will try to get down vision, and now they have the lead, and they need to push it for the victory.
Yeah, and NACL looking maybe to catch out Swain, as he is the only one bot side. Does have TP if needed to help out the team. While now Acidy is going to be the one mid lane, standing against Quattros. Does have banner of command, so he won't be able to do anything about that. Teogen, Falcon eSports just clearing out jungle. Jester cannot pick up anything for himself. And all three lanes right now are getting pushed against them.
And well, as it wasn't hard enough dealing with Swain in general. Arlight is 503, hasn't died a single time yet. And well, goes in for aggressive vision plays. Now Baron's coming up in 20 seconds. Falcon eSports has complete dominance over the area. And will NACL even try to contest this? That's the big question here.
They are behind. I think that if they do, then this is not going to be well, as yeah, Falcon eSports have Acidy's ultimate. That's going to be huge there.
Well, Jester has to try to go for the steal. That's the only way for them to really come back into this game. Now, Forge of the Call of the Forge God comes in. Jester flashes away. The bind hits on Acidy, but he's a little bit too tanky. Now Cement hasn't finished his Infinity Edge yet, only with Static Shield and BF Sword.
Yeah, and Arlight is going to get that mid lane pressure for his team. Is going to push that in as Falcon eSports start the Baron again. And is there?
Well, Barons have half HP, still a long way to go. They're taking a little bit too much damage from the Baron. I don't know if they should continue this. They have no Ornal, they should just back off or go in. And Trufia dies now. Cement is trying to kite them around, deals quite some damage, so at least they stop the Baron. That's the most important thing here.
Yeah, but doesn't seem like Falcon eSports are finished. They want to get something more. As Arlight's going to find Hori. The bind does not land. Arlight does use his ultimate, but that is just going to be a zoning one.
It seems like the Falcon eSports do not know what they need to do here, as Arlight just flashes in and one-shots Quattros from 40 HP. 40% rather.
And now again, Falcon eSports is just going to start the Baron again. And Sturgeon comes from base, and they are starting it. Arlight is going to be the one trying to zone the team away, as them NACL think that without Arlight they can't pick it up. The three of them are going to do it, and it should be free. I don't think anything will be able to come steal it away, as the Baron does fall.
The Baron does fall. Now we have to see what Falcon eSports can do with this Baron. can they close out the game yet, or can they just get at least 2 inhibitors? Because if they don't, it's going to be harder and harder for them later in the game to even get one.
Yeah, Cement will have a lot of wave clear for himself, and Morgana will be able to help as well. Quattrus won't be able to help too much with the waves, but still will have a lot of mobility and yeah, deal a lot of damage there.
And Trufia, pretty silent on this Morgana. He has hit a lot of binds, but not the important ones. And actually, if you look at Falcon Esports team comp, who is the target you want to bind? It's probably Telgen, actually, because all they have to do is try to kite and hope that they'll be able to get at least someone down. And that is the only thing that NACL can really do here now, is try and hope. Because they are like, I don't know, 14k behind. That is a little bit too much that early in the game to actually do something now. Call of the Forge God comes in, misses Cement. And, well, but he has the banner of Command Minion. Cement will clear it out, or will he? One more hit should do it. And the turret's super low. Meanwhile, Falcon Esports get the middle inhibitor turret, will get a bottom tier as well as Acid pushes in top, so maybe 3 inhibitors. Quattrus falls, Telgen gets the kill. Now Redemption comes through. Cement flashed away, and Harlight almost one-shotting 3 members at the same time. Deity with the double kill. And a pretty dominant game coming in from Falcon Esports. They did not like the game 1 and they want to fight it out. But, well, Cement does not want to let this happen. He is still kiting, healing from the Falcon, but he just simply does not have damage as the Nexus falls, and Falcon Esports equalize the score with 1-1 over NACL.
Yeah, 4-20 as the team score is done. And yeah, 24 minutes, that is how long it took for Falcon Esports to win this game. We're able to start it out strong from the early game. And yeah, NACL were able, in the first game, in the start, they were able to get the lead. And I think that was the big contributor for them to win the game. As the second game we saw Falcon Esports when they got the first lead, they knew how to play the macro game, and yeah, were able to just finish off the game really fast and smooth. And there were some hiccups, but still in the end, it was a win for them. As the damage graph, yeah, Arlite doing a lot of damage this game, was able to one-shot, like in the last fight, was able to one-shot 3 targets almost at the same time. And Falcon Esports 1-1 this time, so I predicted them to either go 2-0 or 1-1, so it did go 1-1. But I still thought that that the NACL are not going to be able to put up such a fight.
Well, second game, I would say that Falcon Esports won from the draft, more or less, because they picked their comfort champions, and they just played out the games like every other game that Falcon Esports wins. Just taking everything step by step, not forcing too many fights. I would say that this game they should have forced more fights as they were so heavily ahead. And they gave a little bit too much breathing space for NACL, but at the end it did not matter, as yeah, they finished the game pretty cleanly.
We're able to win this one, and yeah, now can we see the standings here? Okay, let's talk about X before that. So yeah, today, Friday.
This is probably the last moment when you can entry for the X. Actually, no, you got a little bit more time, as we'll go into an interview with one member from Falcon Esports.
Yeah, we'll go into interview with one member from Falcon Esports, going to hear their thoughts about the games, how did they were able to go from the first game to the second game, win the second game so convincingly when the first game looked so sloppy from them.
And yeah, talking about Axe, we got 5 different products. We got 3 deodorants, we got black, we got gold, and we got dark temptation.
Yeah, and of course 2 shower gels carbon and clean, and of course fresh water, mint freeze. And
most importantly, we got the
importantly,
bag as well. It's a good bag. It's a big bag. You can put books in here in case you go to the university. You can show off to everyone that you are gold,
that you are Axe, that you have found your magic. And we know who is the winner. And
we do not know who is the winner yet. That's gonna happen only after the interview. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the interview with one member for FLN eSports. Welcome back to the BSL, and we will have an interview with the mid laner from Falcon eSports, Arlight. So hello Arlight, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very good this evening.
So obviously first game did not go well for you guys. Now what did you do between games to secure that clean victory in game 2?
I have a feeling losing games kind of motivates us and wakes us up. In the first game, you could kind of see the crack in our consistency, if you know what I mean. It's kind of a disadvantage for us, and the second game was like a wake-up for us.
Okay, so now you will have to play 3 games offline. One is going to be against Keep Yourself, 2 games against Keep Yourself Live, and 1 against Iron Wolves, and those games are going to, like, say if you are going to make it to the LAN or won't. What do you think are your chances of going to Hypertown?
I believe everyone on my team is very confident in us going to the LAN, even though we slip up sometimes. I think any team in the league is winnable for Falcon eSports.
Well, that's a pretty confident answer. Now, I would want to ask you, this series you played with a different support, so what was it like to play? Because in game 1 I would say that he did not have the brightest debut in BSL, but in game 2 he picked himself up. So from your team's perspective, how is it playing with a new blood in your team?
I think Kospect is a great addition to our team. I think he's very laid back and it's easy to work with him. I'm glad that he's on our roster. In the first game, his performance, I wouldn't say it was too bad. I think as a Morgana, it was hard for him to adapt to our disadvantages throughout the game. So it wasn't the best circumstances for him to play out the game.
Thank you for your interview and the time you took to come and
You're
talk
welcome.
to us. That was Arlight from Falcon eSports, who today went 1-1. We can go into this week's schedule to see how this week went out, how the last week of BSL went out.
So the last week of BSL, of the regular season at least, started out with 1-1 technically between Iron Wolves and Surreal Gaming, and those games are going to be replayed due to some rules in there. But afterwards we saw Team Coinflip Gaming versus Keep Yourself Alive. Pretty interesting match between two teams going back and forth. Team Coinflip Gaming almost taking 2 games, but at the end of the game 1, Keep Yourself Alive were able to just come back, take the first game, and then
take the first pentakill of BSL as well, I think.
Yeah, we had our first pentakill as well. Not sure on that though, but possibly the first pentakill there. Now, Wednesday, Žalgiris completely dominating Vegan Unit 4 and securing the first place spot, finishing week 9.
Yeah, and today we unfortunately did not see Team Solomata play against Imantas 5, as Imantas 5 were not able to make it, but we did see NACL versus Falcon eSports, a pretty interesting matchup, as I didn't expect it to be that close. But yeah, 1-1, NACL were able to take the first game, and after this we kind of know how the schedule will, how the standings are looking, so let's deep in those to see what's going down there.
So, as previously mentioned, Žalgiris on the first place spot with the record of 13-5, only trailed by Iron Wolves, Team Coinflip Gaming, Falcon eSports with 11-7. All those teams are tied together from the 2nd to 4th place and closing out the top 5. Actually, we can't close out the top 5 because Imantas 5, Keep Yourself Alive, and Team Solomata are all with 10-8 scores.
Yeah, and 9th is NACL now. They are, or 8th, I mean, is NACL, as they have, because of this 1-1, secured that 8th spot, so they will not have to play the stay-in games to stay in the league against the teams that want to get in, while Vegan in 4 now will have to play, and Surreal Gaming will have to try and stay in the league.
Now, we have to remind you that the games which were forfeited during the season will be replayed. but it's going to happen off stream, possibly off stream. Maybe me and Cookie will crack something up for you. So watch out for that. Follow us so you know if we decide to do something like that. But yeah, once we have a clearer vision of the real top 4 teams going into the Hypertown Riga Expo, we'll notify you for sure, so you can already, maybe get yourself a merchandise for the LAN event.
And today is Fun Day Friday, and this is the last day of BESL. And because of that, we have a special addition to our giveaway. Not only are we going to give away 3 of these 5 Axe products in this nice cute bag, but also 1 2-day ticket to Hypertown. And we already know who the winner is, so Derek.
So the winner, the big giveaway winner is, I don't know how to pronounce it, but BGAce Coax. So congratulations, you are the big victor. You'll be able to choose 3 of these 5 products. We got Mint Freeze, we got Carbon and Clean, we got 3 different deodorants, we got the gold one, we got the black one, and last but not least, the Dark Temptation one. So you know what to do. You probably, you will get contacted by our people about how to receive, receive the winnings. Now, the next time you'll probably see us, but maybe earlier, is going to be at Hypertown Riga Expo, which is going to take place from 26th to 27th of May. So get your tickets now if you haven't gotten them yet. Link is in the description below. So for now, thank you all for coming back each week, joining us with Cookie, joining the CSGO casters. So thank you for watching, and see you at Hypertown.
You spray. You trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.